Okay, so I have got tagged to do the 13 questions tag by a person, a young man by the name of Terrance, and if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, I'm sorry. I'm not always good with names. Let me adjust my camera for a second. Okay, a little bit better. It's like 6:30 in the morning, so it's a little bit dark, so I have to apologize for that. But let's just get right on it before my camera goes out or something else happens. First question is, where were you born? I was born in Mesa, Arizona, and lived there till I was a year old, and then we moved to a small town called Centralia, Washington, and I lived there most of my life. Centralia, Washington is the halfway point between Portland, Oregon, and Seattle, Washington. I currently live in Everett, Washington, which is about 20 miles away from Seattle. So I always usually say Seattle because everybody knows what Seattle is, and not everybody knows what Everett is. So there you go. Number 2, what's the worst dish you ever made? Oh gosh. Oh, there's a story I'm reminded of. I was making spaghetti one time, and I grabbed the wrong spice out of the cabinet. I can't remember what I thought I grabbed, but I ended up grabbing pickling spice. Put that in the spaghetti. It was like lemon, tangy, tart, gross spaghetti. It was the worst thing. Even the dogs wouldn't eat it. It was disgusting. And that was probably the worst dish. I don't know. You'd have to ask my husband, though. He'd probably have a different story, but that's mine. Holiday traditions. What are my holiday traditions? I don't think that we really have anything really set as a holiday tradition. When I was growing up, my family used to always have bagels and cream cheese in the morning before opening Christmas presents, but that's like the only... And then, like when I was young, my grandma used to let us open one present on Christmas Eve. But as far as Rob and I don't think that we have anything set in stone. It's just basically the way it goes is the way it goes. Different each time. What do you want for Christmas? Oh gosh. A muzzle for my dogs? I don't know. Actually, I told my hubby that I wanted a smoker. It's like a 3-in-1 thing. It's a smoker, it's a grill, and it's something else too, but I can't remember that third thing. But I think it's a fryer, a grill, and a smoker, but it's awesome. That's what I want for Christmas. Did you ever sit on Santa's lap? Many, many times. In fact, even as a teenager and young adult, I had a great-grandmother that always wanted pictures of the grandkids every year on Santa's lap, no matter how old we were. So I, at 21 years old, at one point, went down to the mall, and because it was my great-grandma's request, and I had sat on Santa's lap, and yeah, big kids sitting on Santa's lap. But it was for my great-grandma, so, you know, and Santa liked it too, so. Strangest food craving. That question probably comes because I always say that I do have strange food cravings, and it goes in waves, and everybody says I'm pregnant when I'm not. Strangest food craving, I remember a time I was like eating cottage cheese on everything for like a month straight. I had it on my lasagna, I had it on my pizza, I had it on any dish that I made. I would always put cottage cheese on top. I guess my body was really craving calcium or something. And of course everybody kept on asking the question, are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? I'm like, I had to tell people so many times, no, I'm not pregnant. I just have weird food cravings, just the way it goes. And I do have a little bit of a red nose because I'm sick. I got a cold, so I can tell that because I can see myself right now. Okay. Strangest request that I ever got. Okay, well, I cannot say this eloquently. I've tried before I did this show to think of a way to put this eloquently. There's no other way to say it. I had gotten so many requests on my show of men asking me to show nipples, men asking me for wet t-shirt contests on my show, just wanting to see the boobs. That's all it was. So what I did was, because I'm like a joker, and I'm funny, you know, there's no doubt about it. So what I did was I went out and I bought this shirt, okay? And it's a man's chest, and it does have the nipples on it. So one time on my show, I wore this shirt, and I said, you know, for the guys that wanted the nipple shot and the wet t-shirt, so I was wearing this shirt, and I took some water, and I poured a little bit on it, and it wasn't see-through or anything like that. And I said, there's your nipple shot with the wet t-shirt. Hope you like it. And I just had to, because like I said, I had gotten so many requests show your boobs, show your boobs. I just had to do like a smart ass little response to that request. So there you go. Favorite color? Blue. Blue has always been my favorite color. When I was a little girl, my family tried to get me like in pink. They bought me a pink canopy bed and everything else. But I did have my blue carpet in my bedroom, which I loved. It was a dark blue. And despite everybody thinking I should like pink because I was a girl, my favorite color always has been and still is blue. Favorite childhood toy? Oh, I had lots. I like the Weebles and Barbie and Jem, which was a knockoff of Barbie. I even went through a phase when I was a kid. I loved E.T. and Popeye, and my aunt had made me this Popeye doll, homemade, and it was really awesome. So, I don't know, I had a lot of favorite childhood toys. Normal, typical kid. Cabbage Patch doll was famous when I was a little girl, and I wanted that really bad, and then my parents couldn't afford a real Cabbage Patch because they were really expensive at the time. So they got me this cheap knockoff, which I was really, really disappointed with because it wasn't a real Cabbage Patch doll, but they did the best they could, and I realize that now. But as a kid, I was kind of disappointed. But sweetest thing your hubby ever did for you? Question number 10. Okay, well, my hubby is a very sweet hubby, and sometimes, like, he will, you know, I'll be sleeping, and he'll sneak out and go get us food for breakfast, and then he'll come back, wake me up, and there'll be coffee and breakfast, and that's really sweet. I think that when really his sweetness comes through is when I'm sick, because he will really take good care of me when I'm sick. In fact, there was this one story, it's kind of gross, but I'll just share it. I was in the bathroom, I was sitting on the toilet, things were coming out of both ends. I was very, very sick, so I was sitting on the toilet, I had to puke into a garbage bag. I was so sick, and Robert had to take my bag of throw up outside and put it in the dumpster, and he doesn't do good with any kind of puke. I have to usually clean up the animals' puke and stuff because he does not do well with puke. And so he's like carrying this bag out to the garbage can. And the whole way I could hear him all the way through the house, all the way outside to the trash can. I could hear him. And he's all gagging and stuff. And he told me later, he said, I felt the weight of the bag and it just really grossed me out. And he's all on the way to the trash can. It was so funny. I always like, whenever he starts gagging, I laugh. I don't know why, I just do. Question number 11. What's my advice for other YouTubers? Okay, well, I think I've answered this question before. It depends on why you're getting into doing YouTube videos. If you're doing it to get popular, probably won't happen to get like millions of viewers. That happens rarely. My advice for other YouTubers, you know, if you're not trying to get in it to be like really, really popular, do it for what you're interested in. Do it for you, your likes, you know, try to connect with people who like the same things, and then you can meet people who have the same interests and stuff like that. I would say just, you know, my advice for YouTubers is just do what you like and connect with other people who like the same things you do. I mean, you know, that's, I don't know, that's kind of like my advice. Best gift you ever received from a viewer? That's a good question. This very sweet lady one time, Betty Lou Harris, and she had sent Rob and I this Red Lobster gift card. And we had a really nice meal and we did a show about it. And that was a very, very sweet gift, and I was very appreciative. And thank you, Betty Lou, because we really loved that. Last question, number 13, and then I'll be through with you guys and you'll be done with me. Well, not done with me entirely, just for this show, okay? Come back for more shows. Okay, so, what is your best cooking advice? Okay. Because of the fact that everybody has different tastes, nobody likes the same food or the exact same amount of ingredients. Some people like extra pepper. Some people hate pepper. Some people like extra salt. Some people are on a low sodium diet. So, my best cooking advice to give to you is to do what you like. Experiment. I always say on my show, be creative, do your thing. You might create something that nobody else would like, but you love it. And it's all about you and what you and your family like to eat. And I would just say the best cooking advice I can give is just to experiment. You know, when I first started cooking, I used to think like, you have to have exact ingredients. You have to follow the recipe by the book, or else it'll mess it up. No, it won't. I never follow recipes anymore. I just do my thing, what I like. I always add extra garlic. I love extra garlic. Hope you don't mind. Well, he doesn't like the garlic breath that much, but, you know, just do what you like. If you like a ton of garlic, cut a ton of garlic if you're the only one in the house. Or section your food out and just do a ton of garlic on yours and let the rest of the house not have a ton of garlic. Do what you like. Experiment with what you like. That's my best cooking advice. So thank you so much, Terrance Diacomo, for the wonderful 13-question tag. I will not tag anybody else because I know some people do not enjoy doing these like I do. So I will just say thank you for watching, and if anybody wants to do this tag or think it might be fun, go ahead and do it. If not, I hope you enjoyed this one, and stay tuned. I have a request that I got on my show last night. A viewer wanted me to do some more Dollar Tree style dinners, and I'm very happy to get requests. So if anybody has any more requests, and I will definitely be getting on that request. I had been thinking about doing that anyway, so yeah, so stay tuned for some dollar store menus and a whole other bunch of stuff coming up. I'm not going anywhere. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.